I mean it.
Welcome back to Swirl, your A through Z, covering the LGBT, LMNOP, and everyone in between show. I'm Michelle Meow, your host. You can like us on Facebook, search Swirl Radio, and also remind your friends that we're here every Wednesday evening, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, live at the T Radio V Network. I'm joined by my awesome co-host here, Simma The Inclusionist.
So you've forgiven me then. Good.
I have. I can never be that mad at you. I was just freaked out. Like, I seriously thought that it was some drug addict from the Tenderloin who had just wandered, you know.
We were in Stairway Hades, okay, or Purgatory, whatever it's called, where you go up and down and you can't get out. But we're here.
Yeah, I'm glad. So you have an amazing segment for us. What are you doing?
Heroes and Zeros.
Okay.
Simma Lieberman, the Inclusionist here. I always love when my segments include heroes and zeros. Heroes, because we need to know who's doing good, who's making their community, city, country, or world a better place for everyone, and who is fomenting exclusion based on hate and bias and creating more division. This time, we have a really strange diversity zero incident. Michelle Schacht, internationally known musician, I never really listened to her, but who for years talked about being bisexual, took pride in being considered a lesbian, and stood up for equal rights in the past, went on an anti-gay rant during her concert at Yoshi's in San Francisco, no less. What? Not the right venue, sister. The show was shut down. She was escorted off the stage, and the rest of her concerts were canceled. Oh, well, she apologized and said that her remarks were misinterpreted, okay? Rumor has it that she's actually having some mental health and emotional issues, which seem very plausible to me. But the problem is that, like other celebrities who've had some kind of breakdown, the problem is that, like other celebrities who've had some kind of breakdown, is that for some reason they usually take their form in homophobic, racist, anti-Semitic rants. Who's close to this woman? Who's managing her? Shouldn't they know the signs of mental and emotional breakdowns and do something? The damage is done, and her words went out to the universe where millions can hear them. Don't wait until you have a crisis to get help, because your career will never be the same. Michael Richards, anyone? Zero number 2. Security guard at the Roseville Westfield Mall who made 2 gay men leave the mall for kissing and holding hands. However, I'm happy to say times have changed. I was just with some employees because I spoke in the city of Roseville at a diversity and inclusion conference, and the people that I met from the city of Roseville would definitely not support the security guard. And as a diversity and inclusion strategist, I've helped companies educate and train not just their own employees, but their vendors, contracts, security guards, etc. And I've said on numerous occasions, they're the people who can destroy your business if they offend customers or if they offend people in your company. Heroes, of course, Hillary Clinton for her beautiful and very articulate speech in support of gay marriage. Go Hillary, all the way to the White House in 2016. Diversity and inclusion hero number 2. Love this story. Aaron Jackson for buying a house across from Westboro Baptist Church in Topeka, Kansas, and naming his house Equality House and painting his house the colors of the rainbow flag. I was just in Topeka, Kansas last week doing a diversity and inclusion workshop, but I didn't run into anybody from Westboro Baptist. Oh well, I don't know what would have happened if I would have run into them. So my question is now, with this Equality House, will Westboro Baptist Church be part of the Welcome to the Neighborhood Committee and bring some apple pie? And finally, heroes, 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 all the cities, too numerous to mention, San Leandro, Oakland, Berkeley, who knows who else, who decided to fly the LGBT rainbow flag March 25th and 26th, while the Supreme Court takes on Proposition 8 and DOMA. We love you. Simma Lieberman, the Inclusionist, signing off.
I love your heroes list.
Thank you.
It absolutely shows how much progress, we've made.
Yes.
Over the years. But I mean, obviously, Hillary Clinton being one, that was an amazing video that she did. We shared earlier. And I'm excited. We have a phone call.
Somebody's calling us? Yeah. Maybe it's Hillary. Hillary heard us. Well, please take a message.
I guess somebody wanted to ask us a question on air live, but okay.
But
I don't know. They might get lost in Simmaland, so
well,
maybe I'll take the call some other
if
time.
The producers heard them.
Yeah, but on your zeros list, Michelle shocked. Now, this was a story that I wanted to cover at news, but we just ran out of time. But Michelle shocked. I mean, yes, you're right. I actually have never heard of her. Never heard of her music.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, but she was at Yoshi's of all places in San Francisco. And was saying this, and do you know that she responded back and said that was not her intention,
yes.
right? That she herself didn't feel that God hates fags, or what she was saying. That she said that other people feel that way.
Right. She said she was saying that some followers of God feel that way, but however it came out was definitely not right.
Well, I actually think that it was a big publicity stunt because
could have been.
She's on tour.
Could have been. But her tour is getting canceled.
Her tour is getting canceled, but she was on tour, and I don't know, maybe it was like a way to sell some records because it's just bizarre. I mean, you choose San Francisco of all places to say something like that.
Or a way to retire early because she doesn't want to go on tour. Who the heck knows? But it was definitely a strange incident.
And the Roseville Mall incident, Roseville being like Sacramento, which is the backyard of where I grew up.
Yeah, there was a lot of really progressive people at this conference that I spoke at.
Well, here's the thing: is like I don't even growing up in the Sacramento area, the population has become a lot more diverse. But being a mall cop though, you ever get escorted out by a mall cop or? They take that job so seriously.
Well, people should take their job seriously, but not at the expense of other people. I mean, it'd be one thing if people are really being sexual. I don't care if it's LGBT or heterosexual. That's inappropriate. But apparently it was not.
Yeah. Well, that's Simma The Inclusionist, and she is also our Bay Area Diversity Watchdog reporter, which we'll tell you a whole lot more about. There's going to be an official press release on a new project that Simma and I are working on. But for now, you can catch all of her content at swirlradio.com. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, a very airy and smelly cat call. Roberta Ordenana of the San Francisco LGBT Center will join us for a special segment to talk about Studio 11, an annual event. So stay with us right after the break.